You're already ahead of 90% of the people if you can just communicate confidently. And I want to applaud you for taking that first step into wanting to communicate properly. Most people, they must be watching Netflix right now, but you chose to consciously come on YouTube and watch this video to work on your communication skills. It is statistically proven that people who can communicate confidently and properly, they attract more money, they attract better job opportunities, and on top of that, their love life or their romantic life is even better because they are able to attract quality partners. If you look at all the people under the age of 25, you'll notice one common trend. There's an exceptional problem of supply and demand. There's a very big, staggering demand for good communicators, but there's just not enough supply. And the best thing about when there's not a lot of supply is that you don't need to be exceptionally amazing. You just need to be okay. If you really want to completely transform your life for the good, then this video is really going to help you. When I started my schooling, I started it with a girls' school. And the thing with girls' school is you can be as confident as you want to be. And that's the thing. I was so confident that I didn't think twice before saying whatever I wanted to at that young age. And that's why I got so many opportunities to speak in front of a lot of people or participate in a lot of school plays or be the class monitor in my class, simply because I was so confident. But when I turned 13, just at the precipice of teenager, I ended up shifting to Gurgaon, and that's when I shifted my schools as well. And this was the time when I ended up going to a co-ed school, and this is where my confidence just slipped down. Here's the thing, when you go from a girls' school to a co-ed school where boys can be extremely rude and mean, your confidence takes a big dip. Everybody used to comment about my nose a lot at that time. They used to comment about my body hair as well, and I was able to remove that, but nose is something which I could not fix. And because of that, I ended up developing so much insecurity. Everywhere in school, everybody used to make fun of my nose, saying that it's too big, or there's a dot in the middle of your nose. Why is the dot there? Or why do you look so ugly because of your nose? Now, whenever I went or wherever I went, I used to think people are going to judge me because of my nose, and I would just not speak out as much. So as I started growing up, I started developing a lot of insecurities about how I looked, about how I spoke, about just how I was. And because of all of those insecurities, my communication skills suffered because I did not want to take that first step to come forward and speak probably in a school assembly or to speak in front of a lot of people because I was just so insecure about myself. Now, you might be wondering exactly why I have a picture of a tap. Now, this is important to understand about communication skills. So, I want you to take some time to understand exactly what's happening in this picture. So this tap is actually your ability to speak confidently, to communicate in an impressive manner. You see, most of us, we do not develop insecurities by birth. It's something which we instill over time. People say certain things about us, our parents sometimes demean us in front of other people, and that ends up giving us all of those insecurities. And you see this gunk over here? There's just too much gunk here. Because of this gunk, the quality of the water affects a lot. And this gunk is actually all of your insecurities. It's all of your inhibitions. It's all of those things that you've put in your mind about how you are as a person. It's all that anxiety that you've instilled in your mind, because of which the quality of water gets affected a lot. So what I want you to do is, I want you to filter out this gunk. I want you to completely take it out so that the quality of the water that comes here is top notch. Now, the simplest way to get rid of all of that gunk that I showed in the picture is by simply asking yourself, where is it coming from? Now, I want you to take a second to write down all the insecurities that you have in life, all the insecurities that are being projected here from the tap. It could be the way you look. It could be that you're scared of how people would perceive you. I want you to write down all of the insecurities you have and then try to understand where is it coming from. For me, the number one reason why I was not able to speak properly was because people would judge my physical appearance. And I realized that that thought was coming from my childhood, where I was often teased about my nose or about my physical appearance. So once you realize exactly where all of these insecurities are coming from, trust me, half of the problems that you're facing, half of the insecurities you're facing, half of the anxiety that you have, it will just vanish away. I'll leave a video at this end where I am going to talk about how I let go of all the anxiety that I had from my past and how you can do it too. Now, once you've figured out a good amount of what this gunk is, it's not going to completely change your life. You're not going to get that perfect water coming out of the tap. But just by addressing 50% of the gunk that you had here, you've become 90% better than all of the people around you. Because you're taking that first step to address all of this gunk while all the other people don't even realize that they have this gunk. Now you've opened doors to get better opportunities, to get more money in life, to be able to attract a better partner for yourself. Now, to make the quality of water even better, I'm going to share 4 very crucial and easy to do communication skill strategies. And you can start them today and get better each day. The number 1 is your intention while speaking. So a lot of people, when they're speaking to somebody, they're coming with a very big intention. And when you have big intentions, it reflects in your speech. For example, if a guy is approaching a girl, he's going with the intention to attract her. Now, if you're going with that intention, you're automatically going to fumble up a lot. You're going to misspeak a lot. You're going to be really anxious. But if you go with the intention to just connect with that person, to have some sort of friendliness between each other, your intention actually reflects. You stop getting so anxious. So whenever you're going out and you're communicating with anybody, or if you're even communicating to a big set of audience, just have that intention in mind. So the point is, just be yourself. Don't try to overdo it. Don't try to keep really big intentions. Keep it simple. Number 2, get good information. Now, when I'm talking about information, there's a lot of information on the internet. There's information about Yeti, which really doesn't help you. So you get the right information from good books, or you get the right information from good YouTube videos or podcasts. Everything that I've said here in this video has come from so many videos I've watched, from so many books that I've read over time. So I want you to do the same. I want you to gather as much good knowledge as you can so that whenever you're speaking to people, you can actually deliver quality words. This is how you get the quality water from the tap. Number 3 is improve your appearance. A lot of people don't realize this. By just improving your appearance, you come out more confident. Just imagine this. When you're sitting at home, you're looking like a hobo, you don't feel that confident. But let's say you get in front of the mirror, you apply some makeup, you wear your best dress or the best outfit that you ever have, and all of a sudden you start feeling more confident about yourself. So just working on your appearance is going to give you that big boost of confidence, and it's going to reflect in the way you talk to people around you. So seriously, work on your appearance. It also attracts a lot of people around you because whatever you say, appearance do matter. Number 4, speak in front of camera. Speak in front of the mirror. The more you speak in front of something where you feel like you're having a conversation, you'll see a big change in the way you start speaking. I've spoken at 10 plus colleges, and this is one trick that I've used. I would just stand in front of a camera, record myself and speak, and then after that, I'd just review myself. I would, of course, feel really embarrassed with the way I'm speaking, but eventually I'd get over that embarrassment and actually felt good about the way that I was speaking. And honestly, by the 10th or the 20th video, I noticed such a big change in the way I was communicating. You know, my first speech at a college, I felt so nervous, but since I had practiced at least 100 times before going to that stage, I felt so confident by the end of it. And people actually thought that I've spoken at 100, 200 colleges before. This is how much speaking in front of a mirror or speaking in front of a camera helps. Well, that's all from me today. I want you to take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.